Flying in 2026? The rules are changing. The simple act of hopping on a domestic flight will get a lot more complicated for millions of unprepared travelers. A government rule that's been delayed for years is finally coming, and it means the driver's license in your wallet might not be enough to get you past airport security. But here's the real kicker. A new system is being put in place, ready to charge you a $45 fee just to prove who you are if you show up with the wrong ID. This isn't just a what-if scenario. It's a series of real changes creating a perfect storm for travelers. Many people, especially seniors who aren't always tracking every new government regulation, could get stuck, miss important family events, or lose thousands on non-refundable flights and hotels. But don't stress. This video is your guide to handling the new reality of flying. We're going to break down the 3 biggest traps and a step-by-step plan to make sure you can fly without any trouble, delays, or surprise fees. The first and biggest trap is the final enforcement of the Real ID Act. You've probably heard of it. Congress passed it way back in 2005 based on a recommendation from the 9/11 Commission to make state-issued IDs more secure. The deadline for the Real ID enforcement was on May 7, 2025. The year 2026 falls squarely in this critical transition phase, where having the right ID becomes non-negotiable if you want to avoid a massive travel headache. The real problem is an illusion: the expiration date on your current driver's license. Millions of people see their licenses valid for another few years and assume they're in the clear. That's the great deception. For federal purposes, like boarding a plane, that expiration date is meaningless if your ID isn't Real ID compliant. So, how can you tell? A Real ID compliant card has a star in the upper portion. It could be a gold or black star. However, a few states like Washington, Michigan, Minnesota, New York, and Vermont issue enhanced driver's licenses that are compliant but have an American flag instead of a star. If your ID has neither, it won't be accepted for domestic flights once full enforcement kicks in. The compliance numbers are concerning. While the situation is improving, a huge chunk of the population is still not ready. Last year, it was estimated that only about 56% of IDs in the U.S. were Real ID compliant. Even if a small fraction of the remaining people are turned away, it could create chaos at airports, with thousands of travelers denied boarding every day. This is a huge hurdle for senior citizens. An older American who doesn't drive often might have a license that sits in their wallet for years. They might not have been to the DMV in a decade. Now they're being told to gather a pile of documents, like an official birth certificate, a social security card, and 2 proofs of residency, and spend hours at a crowded DMV, all for a new card they didn't even know they needed. For anyone with mobility issues or living in a rural area, this is more than an inconvenience. It's a major obstacle. This is where things get even trickier. It's not just about having the wrong ID. The system is changing, bringing in new rules and costs designed to penalize those who are unprepared. These are the hidden traps of 2026. Picture this. It's February 2026. You get to the airport, excited for your trip. You hand your license to the TSA officer, who looks at it and says, "Sorry, this ID isn't accepted anymore." Panic sets in. You didn't bring your passport for a domestic flight. Are you grounded? Not quite. But you're about to hit the first paywall. Starting February 1st, 2026, the TSA is rolling out a program called TSA ConfirmID. It's pitched as a modernized alternative identity verification option for travelers without a Real ID. But let's call it what it is: an emergency fallback with a $45 price tag. Let's be clear, the government is creating a system where, if you're not prepared, you have to pay a fee just to get to the flight you already paid for. This $45 fee is supposed to cover a 10-day travel window. But here's the catch. Paying the fee is no guarantee you'll fly. The TSA warns that if they can't verify your identity through their system, you can still be denied boarding, even after paying the non-refundable fee. The process is also expected to cause delays, anywhere from 10 to over 30 minutes. It's a penalty for confusion, and it started as a proposed $18 fee before the final rule locked in the much higher $45 amount. The second big change is the fast-growing use of facial recognition at airports. This is all about your most personal data, your face. The TSA is deploying new machines called Credential Authentication Technology, or CAT2 units. These devices scan your face at the security checkpoint and compare it to the photo on your ID. The idea is to automate the process, making it faster and supposedly more secure. You'll see this tech at security, and maybe even at the boarding gate. This brings up serious privacy questions. What happens to your photo? Where is the data stored? Who sees it? While the TSA claims the images aren't stored, the expanding infrastructure for biometric surveillance is a genuine concern. Here's what you need to know. You have rights. Currently, TSA policy allows any traveler to opt out of the facial recognition scan at the security checkpoint without penalty. You just tell the officer you want a standard manual ID check. However, this right gets a bit fuzzy elsewhere. For international flights, U.S. citizens can usually opt out of biometric boarding, but non-citizens may be required to participate. The trend is clear. Biometrics are becoming the default, creating a confusing landscape of rules. The changes aren't just in the U.S. If you plan to travel to Europe, 2026 is bringing another layer of hassle. The European Union is launching two new systems that will affect all American travelers. First is the Entry-Exit System, or EES. Starting with a gradual rollout in late 2025 and becoming fully operational by mid-2026, the EES will digitally register non-EU travelers at the border. This system will collect your fingerprints and a facial image, creating a biometric log of your entries and exits. Then, in the last quarter of 2026, the EU plans to launch the European Travel Information and Authorization System, or ETIAS. This is an online pre-travel approval, much like the STA that the US requires. Before you can even board a flight to one of the 30 European countries in the system, you'll need an approved ETIAS. If you don't have it, the airline will deny you boarding. If you're finding this information helpful and maybe a little alarming, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hitting that subscribe button ensures you never miss a critical update that could affect your next trip. Okay, that was a lot of doom and gloom. But the goal here isn't to scare you, it's to prepare you. With the right plan, you can sidestep all these problems. Here is your simple, step-by-step guide to be 100% ready for 2026. First things first, pull out your driver's license or state ID. Look at the top corner. Do you see a star? If so, congratulations, you have a real ID. You're set. If you see a U.S. flag, you likely have an enhanced driver's license, which is also compliant. If you don't see a star or a flag, your ID is not compliant. It doesn't matter if it's valid for 5 more years. For flying domestically, it's going to be a problem. You need to get a compliant ID, and that means a trip to the DMV. Check your state's DMV website for the exact documents you'll need, but it's usually an official birth certificate, proof of your social security number, and 2 proofs of residency. Put those documents in a folder, pick a day, and get it done. Future, you will be very glad you did. This is the single most important piece of advice in this entire video. The easiest way to bypass the whole real ID mess is to use a U.S. passport. A passport is the gold standard for ID. It's a federal document accepted at every TSA checkpoint, and the Real ID Act doesn't affect it. If you have a valid passport, just use it to fly domestically, and you'll never have to think about whether your license has a star. If you don't have one, get one. If yours is expiring soon, renew it now. Don't wait, because processing times can be long. For seniors, this is the ultimate move. Getting a valid passport eliminates the need for a special DMV trip. It's good for 10 years and gives you a decade of peace of mind for all your travel. Think of it as your golden ticket to skip the confusion. Finally, adjust your habits for the new airport environment. First, Always get there early. With new systems like biometric screening and the potential for ConfirmID delays, arriving an extra 30 to 45 minutes early is cheap insurance against a missed flight. Second, remember, you can opt out of the facial scan. Be polite but firm. Just say, "I'd like a standard ID check, please." It's your right, and it sends a message that you value your privacy. Third, plan ahead for international trips. If Europe is on your calendar for late 2026 or beyond, set a reminder to check the official ETIAS website. The application will be online, but it's a step you can't afford to forget. And finally, avoid that $45 ConfirmID fee at all costs. It's not a convenience, it's a penalty for being unprepared. By getting a real ID, or even better, carrying your passport for all flights, you'll never have to worry about it. Millions of Americans who think their ID is fine are at risk of getting caught by surprise, facing delays, and paying fees they never expected. But that doesn't have to be you. Preparation is your best defense. 1. Check your ID for the star or flag. If it's not there, make a plan to get a new one. 2. Make your U.S. passport your go-to travel ID, even for domestic trips. It's the universal key to hassle-free travel. 3. Know your rights with the new biometric systems and don't be afraid to opt out. Don't get stuck paying a $45 penalty fee. Take action now. Check your ID, find your passport, and share this video with your family and friends, especially the seniors in your life. You could be the one who saves them from a travel nightmare. Check out the end screen for more travel rule updates. See you next time.